I think I have some authority on the topic because my hair is extremely dry. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. It's super late right now and I am getting ready to put my hair away for the night, but I wanted to come on to answer a question that was posted by one of my subscribers. She is a new natural and she wanted to see if I could give her some tips on how to keep her hair moisturized. I figured I would come on and answer this question in a video because I know there are others out there who probably do have this very same question and that can certainly benefit from some of these tips, okay? Now, I've often joked about my hair being so dry that I don't even think that my scalp produces sebum. So with that being said, I think I have some authority on the topic because my hair is extremely dry. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, especially if you're a new natural, don't be alarmed if your hair is dry, because natural hair without any product on it whatsoever is dry. It's going to be dry, it's going to be brittle, and if you don't add anything to it, it's eventually going to break off. That's just a natural characteristic of our kind of hair. So just don't be alarmed if your hair is dry. You just need to figure out the right products that work for your hair. Tip number 1, figure out your hair's porosity. The reason I said it's important to figure out your porosity is because by knowing what porosity your hair is, that's going to help to determine your moisture regimen. For those of you who don't know what porosity is, and you can do some research on YouTube or wherever, there's lots of information out there. Just very quickly, it's just the ease at which water enters and leaves your hair strands. Your strands are covered by these scales called cuticles. Think of them sort of as the windows to your hair. Okay, now there is a porosity scale. You have you have low, normal, and high. If you're on the low end of the scale, it just means that your windows are pretty much closed, so it's very difficult for anything to get in and out of your hair strands. If you have high porosity, your windows are pretty much open, and so it's very easy for things to get in and out of your hair strands. And of course, if you have normal porosity, you have a healthy mix of both, so you're somewhere in the middle. If you don't know what your porosity is, there are different methods to figuring out what porosity you are, but the most common method is to just get a clean glass of room temperature water, pull a few shed hairs. Do not cut your hair, just pull a few shed hairs, clean shed hairs, by the way. You don't want anything that has a lot of product or anything like that on it. Drop those strands in that glass of water and just wait for about 5 to 10 minutes and see what happens. Now, if your hair immediately falls to the bottom of the glass, it means that you have high porosity. And that's because your windows are open, and so the water rushes in and just weighs down the strands and it just falls right to the bottom. If you have low porosity hair, your windows are closed, so that water is not getting in very easily. So your hair pretty much sits on top of the water and stays there for a long time. And of course, if you have normal porosity, your hair will probably sit somewhere in the middle of that glass of water. If you have low porosity hair, your challenge is getting moisture in. So your regimen should focus on opening up your windows so that you can get moisture into your hair. If you have high porosity hair, remember, your windows are open. So your regimen should focus on keeping your windows closed so that you can keep that moisture inside your hair strands. My tip to the low porosity people out there, to get moisture in your hair, spritz your hair with some warm water or warm up your moisturizer, because heat is a great way to open up your cuticles, and that's what you need. That's what your challenge is. You need to open up those cuticles so you can get the moisture from your moisturizer inside your hair. And if you have high porosity hair, my tip to you is to focus on using a really, really good oil to seal in that moisture. Now there are different methods out there for moisturizing your hair. I personally do the LCO. I like to use a liquid, a cream, and then an oil. And just very quickly, I'll show you guys. Usually I just will spritz my hair either with water as my liquid, or a combination or a concoction of water, aloe vera juice, and some other extracts. And then for my cream, I use my very own coconut mango hair butter. And then I seal with my Seal and Shine pomade. Okay? And I'll probably do a separate video showing you guys exactly how I use these products. Tip number 2 is to stay on top of your protein treatments. Protein is vital to having healthy hair. Protein strengthens your hair, and it sort of plugs up any weak areas within your hair strands. Those weak areas, and everyone gets them, your hair goes through normal wear and tear. It's exposed to wind, water, rain, sun, and so it does get, from time to time, it will get little cracks within your hair shaft, and protein is a good way to patch those cracks. And by patching those cracks, you're basically sealing the hair shaft and keeping in moisture. Tip number 3, wherever possible, make sure that you use distilled or filtered water. A lot of the water that comes from our tap contain a lot of minerals in it that can just sit on the hair and make the hair feel dry, and it actually can build up and lock out moisture from your hair. So wherever possible, try to use filtered water or distilled water. Tip number 4, make sure to use a really good moisturizer to moisturize your hair. Now there are people out there who will whip up some shea butter and use that to moisturize their hair, and if that works for you, that's fine. But for someone like me who has extremely Sahara desert dry hair, I need a little bit more than that, because for me, shea butter, although it does soften the hair, it doesn't penetrate the hair because it's a butter. So it doesn't really get into my hair shaft and nourish the hair like I would want it to. So I need something more than that. That's one of the reasons why I formulated my coconut mango hair butter. It has water as the first ingredient. Water and aloe vera juice. It has extracts in it. It has vitamins. This has natural emollients in it, like natural oils and butters, which help to soften up the hair. All those things work together to penetrate the hair and moisturize the hair from the inside out. When you have a really good moisturizer, you won't have the need to moisturize your hair every single day. When I moisturize and seal, it could last me anywhere from 6 to 7 days. I don't have to keep reapplying product to my hair every single day or multiple times per day. The benefit to that is that you won't have excessive amount of product sitting on your hair. You're not going to have that product build up. So it's super important to get a really good moisturizer. Tip number 5, make sure you drink plenty of water. I know you hear this everywhere you turn, but it really is true, you guys. It's very important to hydrate from within, not just on the outside. Your body needs water. It needs water to function. The cells in your body they all need water. Tip number 6, make sure you keep your hair protected. Now when I say protected, I'm actually referring to several different things. Firstly, you want to make sure that you wear a satin bonnet or sleep on a satin pillowcase. Now if you're like me that move around sometimes in your sleep, a satin bonnet is probably the best way to go, because you just never know where you're going to end up. You might wake up and your head isn't on the pillow. So a satin bonnet works best for me, but you can do whatever works best for you. Also, in terms of protecting the hair, make sure you keep your hair in twists or braids or plaits, because that's just going to help to hold moisture within your hair as well. The last and final tip is to make sure that you just get to know your hair, guys. Get to know the different areas of your hair. Many of us have different textures. Like for example, for me, the back of my hair is very loose. It's not as kinky and coily as the rest of my hair, so it tends not to get that dry. But for my crown area, which is super kinky, super coily, it gets super duper dry. So I have to really pay attention to that area. I have to give it some extra TLC by knowing the different areas of your hair, because I think everyone has some part of the hair that's just like the rebel, like the troubled child that just doesn't do what the rest of the hair does. So you just want to make sure that you're aware and that you pay attention to the different areas of your hair. Pay attention to what your hair is telling you. And if it needs that extra love and extra TLC, then by all means, give it what it needs. All right, so guys, those are all my tips. I really hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free. Don't be shy. Leave them below. And I will certainly talk to you in the next video. Stay awesome, Golden Sheep.